Grojband is a series not a lot of people know about, and I feel like it deserves attention something. I actually remember this show having a marathon when I was 12, back in 2013 on Cartoon Network between the infamous
This is CN Real.
And when Cartoon Network got back into that stride and introduced us into the new era of cartoons. I remember being entertained enough as a kid watching this show, but I wanted to come back now as an adult and see if it really held up as a show. Grojband is a Canadian cartoon made by Neptune Studio. Neptune Studio is also known for their flash animation hits such as Total Drama Island and Super Noobs. Yeah.
Trash!
The creators of the show are Todd Kaufman and Mark Thornton. The series ran from June 10th, 2013 to February 22nd, 2015 and ran for a total of 26 episodes. The show is centered around a garage band, obviously, who, like most YouTubers and creators of this day and age, are trying to make it big in the world and make a name for themselves. The main characters of the titular band are as follows. Corey Riffin, the cool guy and leader of the band. Lainey Penn, the lady of the group and voice of reason for the other Wilder members. And Ken and Kon Kujira, who I won't specify which is which because they're not worth the energy. And all you really need to know is that one is a tech geek and the other is a fat guy, and you understand the characters completely. The main antagonist and older sister of Corey, Trina Riffin, who is the meanest sister in all of cartoons and is less sympathetic than even Angelica. She has no redeeming qualities whatsoever and brings the quality of the show down quite a bit. We also have Mina Beth, who is Trina's lapdog and living punching bag, basically Meg. And throughout the series, you wonder why she even associates with such a toxic person like Trina, but you also kind of get it. Also, the hunky Nick Mallory, who is Trina's crush that's completely one-sided. And all you need to know about him, basically, is he's like Gil from Johnny Test, in which he gets 1 or 2 lines an episode, and then he's gone. And that's all his character is. There's also the Newmans, but I'll let the show explain them for you.
Our doppelganger gender opposites.
The band, while having skills, has one blaring issue. They don't have any lyrics. They go through the hassle of stealing lyrics for their gigs by triggering emotions out of her and making her write it down in her diary. For example, they'll often make her feel rage, sadness, and even lust, for lack of better words, which is borderline psychotic. You feel bad for her, but she never treats any of the main characters with kindness or sympathy, and it feels like she just has it coming and you just don't care. It's a lot like Tom and Jerry, where Tom provokes Jerry and you don't feel bad when he loses in the end because he kind of had it coming for even provoking him in the first place. Show, for all of its run, uses the same general plot that follows in this order. The band gets an idea for their gig. They always come up with no lyrics for their song. Trina bothers them, or they bother her, but in this case, it's the latter. They then physically, emotionally, or mentally abuse Trina, but again, screw her. They then have an episode-specific song that has to do with the episode's plot. They have a chance to move forward in their musical pursuits. Corey denies the opportunity as usual. He then makes a speech, and then the episode ends abruptly. Rinse and repeat. The status quo is still intact for the next episode, and bam, you got an episode of Grojband. I feel like I've been too negative, so I'll give some positives I felt the show got right and didn't make me feel completely meh. The music at the end of each episode were actually pretty decent, or usually decent. They're not the best I've seen in an animated kids show, with shows like Steven Universe, and even Adventure Time doing it way better. But you can tell that writers were actually trying to be unique in that regard, with every episode doing something completely different than the last. From things you don't see a lot in cartoons like pirate sea shanties, to even EDM music. So I commend the show for that, and I respect it for trying to be different from other Canadian cartoons. It's not the worst show for comedy. I wasn't just sitting there blank faced watching the show. There are some funny aspects to it, so it didn't completely miss the mark like you'd think it would have. Main characters aren't as wild as you think. They're pretty chill people, believe it or not. They're like that friend group in high school that were always in trouble, but they look like they were having the most fun time ever, and you wanted to be a part of that. Towards the end of the show, it gets a little bit better, with this scene being an example.
Just something I recorded before the band broke up, but whatever. Hey, guys. I just wanted to tell you how proud I am to be a member of the greatest band in Peaceville and soon to be the world. I know sometimes I'm all grumble and a bit of a mother hen, but it's only 'cause I care about you boneheads. There, I said it. Now shut this card and let's get our rock on. Grojband forever!
Can we hug and get back together?
I love moments like that where characters' bonds are really shown and the moments feel genuine. It just doesn't get better than that. That sort of thing is why I love cartoons so much. The show may not be the best to ever air on TV, but it embodies the youthful spirit of doing what you love with the ones you love. And all in all, I truly think the show got its message across.